RSGPH.
Well, let's see. Now, let's take a look at the drafts here. Starting things off from Evil, we have on the blue side and RSGPH on the red side. And it's funny how every single time we have got to do this when their jerseys are color-coded and it's flipped.
I mean, it just goes to show how important it is red and blue side are to these teams, right? They don't have to color coordinate every single time, but at the very least, whatever gives them the biggest advantage here. It's interesting to see that Evil is going to first ban the Moskov, while followed up by the side of RSG. It's going to be the Harith, of course.
I think nothing super crazy in this match here. I don't think we would see targeted bans compared to game number the first series, right?
We're already seeing targeted bans with a Moskov against Kusei. Like I wouldn't want to deal with Kusei's Moskov. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Okay. Novari being banned coming from Evil. This is a priority coming from. That's the thing about the MPL SG, right? MPL SG and MPL MY does have very similar priorities in terms of bans and drafts. And for them to actually still prioritize Novara means that they are leaning on going for the Fredrin here coming from Evil.
I'm a little suspicious of a couple of things. Number one, I think that, you know, the Novaria ban here from the side of Evil, not exactly the most standard ban, definitely just goes to show that they've done some research on specifically some of the higher win rates or more effective picks coming in from Aqua. Know that Aqua is going to generally be the IGL alongside with Light, so if he has the extra information to confirm certain things in his head, at the very least, it will be translated well to the rest of the team.
Okay. Pretty slow bans coming in from RGPH, but this time they do ban off the Fredrin, so nothing super crazy. I wouldn't say it's a respawn ban, but at the same time, they are taking things a little bit slow. Chips definitely has to go. What's next? Is it going to be... What's next here?
There's a lot of priority picks. This is also inclusive of like one of Sayla's top picks, which is Lo Yi as well, right? Which they're setting up for.
I think they have to go for the Lo Yi ban.
I think it's definitely coming. We're just gonna have to wait and see here.
But if they don't ban the Lo Yi, what is gonna be the one? Benedetta? No, I don't think it's Benedetta. Okay, never mind. Lo Yi's gone.
Both sides aren't the type of teams to be banning out Benedettas this early on, and especially I
don't think it's targeted, right? Like they don't play a lot of Benedetta. They have so much hero pool. I don't think Benedetta is something that they don't like want to prioritize this ban here. I feel like meta picks still going to be a prio here.
Yeah, meta picks are still going to be a prio, and I also think that there's two types of teams in this current meta. Teams that either play for the side lanes or they play for their mid trio. One or the other, right? Usually they have the mid trio to actually help out the side lanes. Other times it's more side lane prioritized to make sure that one lane starts getting ahead and they play off of that, right? It really depends, and I think that RSG has played both styles especially well. However, the one thing that doesn't really change is their aggressiveness, and I think that Evil taking this Angela to kind of slow down that aggression with high sustainability is going to be a potential answer, but let's see what Coach Panda has to say about it.
Ooh. This is something that I think we saw it previously as well in one of the Singaporean teams. They actually brought in the Angela and Ling as a prio, so I wouldn't be surprised if RGPH decide to actually deny the Ling. If not, I'm pretty sure, you know, Evil, they will get the Angel Ling this game. And it seems like they picked the Roger, they picked the Baxia, they're not...
I like it.
They're not bothered with the Ling at all. Okay.
No, don't need to. They don't need to show it off so early on, especially when they don't know what they're going up against, right? So just focus on getting some strong priority picks. The Baxia just to have it like an incredibly fast clear speed. Have the Roger to be able to fight for that lane early on to give him that little bit of pressure. But here comes the Yutsong, this Evil. Again, really good drafting. Answering by saying, hey, we have on the opposite side, we have the Yutsong, and we're also picking up an enabler for this hard guard.
I think MPL ID, they love picking the CC to a certain degree here, just because Angela does have a little bit more leeway with the CC in terms of diving people or just picking people off here. Yu Zhong's pretty decent as well. If they want to double down on a Ling, means that there is a lot of priority value for Angela for the Heartsguard. But in terms of overall team fight, it is going to be lacking, because once you drop a Heartsguard on one guy, the other guy is going to be lacking here.
I don't see it happening, like, right? Personally, for me, when we're talking about Singapore as a region, it's very macro-based. It's never like, I'm better than you, therefore give me an assassin and I'll play the situation. I'll outplay the situation. Unless it was like last year with Team Flash, if I remember correctly. Their jungler, Hades, he was the only person who was willing to actually bring out these assassin-type supports in a meta that honestly didn't really support them.
Well, let's see. It seems like well, I think I'm surprised that Barats is just completely ignored from both sides here.
I mean, technically they can play a Kai, and I think that Evil is doing the much better It's taking the better approach because now it puts RSG in a position of, hey, I guess we have to make sure and reveal our comp pretty early on. It's a very honest composition, but more importantly, they can start banning out some key picks. In this case, it's not about the EXP lane. They're trying to get rid of mid lane picks. I'm expecting the Valentina to come out very soon for the side of RSG and maybe even a Minotaur ban, arguably.
Yeah, I think banning off the Valentina from RSGPH for Evo is a good shout there. Like, they don't really want to deal with the Nether Realm, and as of yet, Evo definitely has a lot of AoEs to deal with the Nether Realm. But again, having those AoEs for Yu Zhong and Claude means that the initial fights, they are going to be the secondary ones that comes into the fight. So when the secondary comes in, means that by that time, RSGPH would have gotten so much value off the Nether Realm that I don't think the heals, the curtains coming in from Angela is going to be able to do too much against it.
I think at this point, Evil need to start getting rid of specific picks. They're missing, currently Evil is missing a jungler and as well as potential mid support, right? But in terms of the bans, getting rid of EXP laners is going to be ideal because RSG is missing out on their technically EXP as well as their support option.
Huh. Minotaur banned, okay. So
I mean, it's to be expected, right? Things that technically, quote-unquote, counter out this Farmis.
yeah, but like, is Evil okay? Yeah, I guess it makes sense considering that, you know,
Throw Angela into the mid
yeah,
lane, and
exactly.
then Minotaur goes into the support. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like,
I don't particularly like the idea, but you know, it's something that we got to be aware of, right? Some teams still like bringing on these this Angela as a support pick, and arguably.
I'm not gonna lie. I had this one game where I actually lost to a Minotaur Angela Ruby composition where they've got so much sustains that. Yes, they don't have magic, but because they have so much sustains, and if we don't focus fire on one guy, they are just gonna out-heal us and just turn the team fight. So I get it, why RSGP just doesn't want to deal with that. And not gonna lie, I think it's just ridiculous. Like, technically, it shouldn't be workable, but again, if you outplay your opponent, sure, whatever, man.
Yeah, I like where RSGPH is actually dedicating their bans because Evil, they're still missing out on a jungler, right? So instead of getting rid of the Valentina, they're saying, hey, you can have the Valentina. We want a better support pick, but at least we don't want you having the Akai that can break us apart when we want to stick together.
Well, in this case, no Arlet, no Terizla.
Yep, get rid of the Rizzler.
They need something that can actually benefit with farmers here. With no Loyi, what's a good mage for Sayla? He's known to play Lilia.
He's gonna get Valentina. He's gonna get Valentina.
Yeah, they have to, right?
The Lilia is okay, but he needs to kind of keep pace with like the Claude as well as the Yuzong as of right now. And for all we know, he might not even get the Valentina, right? They might go a completely separate direction.
What, Farami's roam and then Valentina mid?
Well, not from RSG,
Okay.
definitely from Evil. Because I feel like RSG, like, this is a pretty straightforward composition, right? And their next pick is probably going to reflect that as well. Most likely going to be their support pick. There we go. Priestess Primal Light, Edith, no surprises there. Semi-flex pick, I'm totally okay with this. Like, Coach Panda, he's checking all the boxes.
Okay, that's a pretty, like, I think RGBH has just got a very, very decent lineup. The only thing they're lacking here is, like, range, but everything else is just very, very divey coming from RGBH. So, in terms of goal laner, I think, sorry, not goal laner, XP laner, they need something that can actually compensate with this overall dive, right? Like,
Thomas, Paquito,
pretty good.
Benedetta, Lapu Lapu. They've got so many different options here.
Yeah.
Honestly, they might even go for the Esme.
Yeah, I don't think RGBH just cares about this here, but oh, Evo, they bring in the Alpha Jungle as well as the Carmilla. Okay, like, I like the idea of having the Carmilla in the previous game, but this game, I don't know, like, it takes the Cursed Blood and the Yu Zhong. Like, yeah, the idea of having that two combos together is great, but again, Yu Zhong is going to be playing from the side lanes a majority of the time.
Ooh, Hellcurt.
Oh, wow.
Hellcurt. I like this a lot because being able to silence your opponent during these crucial moments is going to be really, really good. Which does... Wait, hold on. This is going to be...
Is that a roam Hellcurt?
It is going to be a roam Hellcurt. This is going to be on light, which is even better now because now Sayla cannot just walk up willy-nilly whenever he wants to. He already has to take a backseat. I would have liked him to play the Valentina instead of the Angela, but considering their composition, like, Evil are dedicating that their side lanes, or at the very least, 4 of their members are going to team fight at a disadvantage without their gold laner, and maybe that should be enough to out-sustain the Netherrealm.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of glimpse on how GigFam ID kind of plays, right? Like with Beloyski with the Hellcurt here. This is something that I think they would do, but now RSGPH is like, you know what, let's try this out. And I want to see how Light plays this Hellcurt in this game. Like, I know it's going to be annoying, but this is going to be weird. Like, I don't know. I want to see how RSGPH plays this.
All
like,
right.
really.
I mean, we're going to find out right now as we head on over into the Land of Dawn. And Powerful currently sitting on top of his orange. It's going to be a same side start, bottom side start for both Evil versus RSG PH. This is going to be an exciting one. I'm curious to see how like the first 5 minutes of this game is going to go.
Yeah, I think Alpha will be a little bit slow in the early game here. Demonkai will already have out-rotated him because of his true unity, right? So he is going to have a little bit better mobility here as well. Powerful. However, he is going to be lacking in terms of sustainability. But hopefully Sayla gets his 4 before the first over fight. That's going to be a little bit of a plus point here. But Light taking a little bit too much damage here. Oof, he's forced to back off right from the get-go.
I don't know. Feels like Evil, in terms of sustainability, they're totally fine, but Demonkai taking a very aggressive route in terms of his clearing. He goes from purple to orange.
Light, do it. Oh, he goes for it. Okay,
He's
CC
dead.
immune. Kusei, gonna make an attempt.
He didn't want to commit.
Oh, he misses the skill.
It's fine.
Well.
Demonkai is here. Demonkai is here.
Okay, Demonkai zoning him off. A Light makes a second attempt, and he will gladly die for it. A rover for a goal lane. Absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Well done.
Is Demonkai not going to help Kusei get this kill? I guess he does. I guess he needs to set up for the upcoming turtle. But even so, we do see that Powerful ends up catching up because of Demonkai's early invade here and first blood. Matter of fact, first blood. But even so, I think it's totally okay for Light. If Light trades 1-for-1 this early on into the game, especially since he's only running execute, it's worthwhile.
Oh, speaking of just running execute, right? It seems like gonna be round 2. Oh, okay. No, my Light says like, okay, he's gonna rotate back into the lane here. He's gonna try and get his level 4 as quickly as he can down middle lane. He's starting with carry, but XP lane is gonna be where the chaos is gonna be as well. 3v3. Now great style coming in. Great pull as well coming for Evil as they drag him back in. They will get another kill from the side of Evil. They lose Nibor. But the same can be said for both Powerful as well as Twist. A great start coming from Evil, but Kusei wins his 1v1 against J-Sis. RSGPH, they somehow gets a trade on the other side.
Okay, now that the First Bloods has started to come through, sorry, not First Bloods is the first kill of the game, but more importantly so laners finding these solo kills. I think that Evil, the only tempo breaker they have as of right now is Twist and Powerful. One of them has to make a super play here to pull them back in contention with the economy of RSGPH.
Okay, Turtle already here. Do they get the retry battle here? Do they get a
Wow!
Powerful goes in for Alpha. 2-man stun. Curse Blood comes in, but they've got the sustain as well. The Fire Mist Netherrealm is there, but they need to get out. And guess what, Evil? They don't really want to commit to this fight. They're just content with the turtle.
Wow, I'm surprised that Powerful even got the turtle, right? I was expecting the Dark Knight Falls to come out sometime sooner, and as of right now, Twist is doing a phenomenal job not only winning out on his lane and finding these trades back, but at the very least making sure that Light doesn't get further than he needs to ahead.
Well, speaking of being further right now, Light, he is still on the hunt. Evil playing this very, very defensively, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, they have to come up in line with Sayla getting the first Flask of Oasis item, but right now, damage here. Oof, Aqua, he's hitting hard.
He's hitting hard. He's been catching multiple people all at the same time. And Light continues to give some great coverage for RSGPH, right? He helps Demonkai actually tag where Powerful is. It's like he's the GPS tracker.
Oh, that's the thing, right? Like, when it comes to GPS tracking,
He's a walking air tag.
exactly. Like, he's gonna be able to see anyone, and nobody can actually kind of punish him. And you know, he's the walking light, literally. But speaking of Light,
I'm so there every single time.
He wants to.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay.
If Carrots walks into the bush, then he's gonna do it. But for the most part, right, you'll see Light doing this a lot, just hiding in these bushes, just giving vision more than anything else, because it's quite tough to actually lock him down.
Well, sometimes in life, like people say, don't look into the light. But in this case, if in darkness you see light is gonna kill you. Powerful with a hard cut coming in from Sayla, saves the day. RSGPH, they do get the kill here. Flicker coming from Nebo, they finally finish him off as well. Getting a little bit greedy coming from Evo. They will lose his life as well as the purple buff. Sayla, ooh, they thought they were safe, but no, what a catch from Nebo.
I mean, I told you, he was totally dead here. I saw that early rotation coming in, specifically from Nabor, and if he flickers in, he guaranteed his kill, and that's exactly what happens. Kusei is about to get solo killed by Carrots here.
Oh no, Lights gets picked off as well under turret. Jace is just dead, and now second attempt from Light. He almost got it, but drops him down low. Sayla is there to go for the heal. Black Dragon comes in. They are going to try and catch on Light. He is dead. Evo took their own sweet time. RSGPH, they need to get out. Great two-man knockup coming from Twist. Demon Kai also going to be whittled down. They lose 3 members with that overextension from RSGPH.
Yeah, RSGPH was not expecting Evil to actually rotate so early on for this rotation, right? Like this lane swap coming in from Jace's, coming to almost feeling like it came out of nowhere, especially when you see Twists get into the fight from the mid lane. So at this point,
No, Nibor. Okay.
Wait,
goes
the high guard is gonna come
he's
down.
got a damage. Okay. Nibor is fine. He's able to scare both of them out here. And Light going for the play as well. He needs to get out. Dark Knight's Fall comes in. Here comes the stun, and he's going to be able to get out. So, Light, okay, he's fine.
Yeah, and even Kusei is doing, he's winning out this fight against the stronger laner as well.
Pulls him back, Aqua. Finishes the duration, almost gets in the drag back, but RSGPH, they get another tier 1 down bottom.
It looks like Evil can't really force too much out of RSGPH. The tempo is in their control, and now that they're losing these tier 1s, that means that the jungle economy is going to get affected. Meantime,
Demon Kite, okay. Turtle, okay. Powerful, not. Oh, he doesn't have the red treat. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, they're both level 9 as of right now, and Powerful's still ahead in terms of EXP. I think he's doing an okay job, but I don't think he's getting to that critical mass we're waiting for.
Yeah, he needs more. He needs at least one more item before he can actually just out-sustain all of RGPH, right? But again, even if I say that, you've got Baxia with the anti-regen, we've got, anti-heals, and they've got so much CC, so Powerful needs to be able to just constantly just drop spells in order to sustain just like brawl fights.
I think the biggest problem right now is Nabor, right? On this Edith, it's really, really dangerous to like commit a lot of resources to the Edith if you don't have the CC, or you just don't have the lead big enough to essentially one-shot her. The longer the fight goes in that Primal Wrath form, the harder it is.
Okay, Demon Kai wins the retry battle. Now they're going to be using the Black Dragon for Evil to zone them up, but it is a hard Scott Black Dragon. They are going to try and focus down Demon Kai. Here he comes, Petrify full combo. NetherRealm keeps Demon Kai alive. RSGPH, we've got Kusei diving the back lines, but guess what? He got caught by Karen. He's going to be bursted down while they focus down on Powerful. 4v4 Evil. They will have to back off. They're getting a little bit too low as RGPH. No! They actually find Carrot instead on the sides.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Honestly, pretty messy fight from both of these teams, but RSGPH walks away with more kills and more resources than Evil, which is a good win on their part. However, I will say that unfortunately for people like Kusei, who is left on an island by himself, almost comes up with a super play as RSGPH gets split down the middle. It looks like, at least from Evil's standpoint, the way that they're team fighting is very much just based around timings, right? When are we going to get there? How exactly do we approach the fight? Because their team fighting against RSGPH so far has been pretty good despite the 4.5k lead.
I think that's the advantage that RSGPH had in that situation, right? They saw the Black Dragon, they saw the Heartsguard committed on the Dragon. All they need to do is just wait out for the full duration before they commit, and that's exactly what they did. And because of that, Evo, they have to play a little bit more defensive here. Gets the jump on Powerful, doesn't get the pullback coming in from him for now. RGPH would just settle with a macro play first, unless Evil Powerful. He want to go for a jump. Carrot. It's gonna be pulling. Okay.
What's the macro play here? I mean, right now RSG, they're just waiting for this Lord to actually spawn, and once it spawns, that's when Evil is going to have a lot of problems, right? They're already pushed up to their inhibitors, all their outer tier turrets are gone. It's very difficult to walk out of their base without the Magic Sentry, and even so, RSGPH are more than happy to run them down if Evil step even further across their own jungle and into river territory.
Oof. What can Evil do right now? Like, what's the game plan, right?
Steal the Lord.
Well, can they?
I mean, Powerful did it once. I'm considering that he's only like one level down Demon Kite. It's definitely possible if Spear of Alpha can sweep him up.
Okay. I like how RSGPH is just taking this aggression to make sure that they are in the choke spot, right? The moment they are clumped up together, RSGPH is going to collapse on that. However, Evil can be said to the same as well, but now Powerful is going to be focused down here. Curse Blood connects on two. That's big damage coming from Evil. Netero keeps everyone alive, but they do focus down Powerful. Meanwhile, Jace also gets whittled down from the sides, and now it's up to Twist and Sayla. And now Sayla being left all alone as RSGPH cleans out everyone from beside Evil.
Yep, the Cursed Blood is good, but unfortunately it has a duration and it needs CC to pass along the damage and as well as the stun duration to the rest of the people interconnected. Despite 3 people getting locked down by that Cursed Blood, that dark Cursed Blood, Evil are not able to close this game out, and RSGPH will take all the inhibitors.
Oh, so much time, so much space bought by the NetherRealm, and now RSGPH is knocking down on the houses of Evil. And again, Powerful needs to be very powerful in this situation, and so far, he's not been given the tools to do so.
Yeah, Evil unfortunately depended on a snowball to get to this stage of the game. Let's look at the instant replay one more time, because unfortunately for Powerful, he's trying to steal away this neutral objective, but gets caught out by Namor instead. And this escalates into an unbelievable fight here, where as soon as Light does use the Dark Knight Falls, the entirety of Evil is just lost. They're not 100% sure where everybody is, and the only people who could really do much about it is Sayla and as well as Twist.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty about this composition. Like, Evil, they had a good job. Dark Knight Falls comes in, don't know what to do. Even if they throw their spells, you have to give props towards Aqua, right? Like, they're taking full advantage of NetherRealm here. He's got Purify, walks up, NetherRealm. Oh, everybody loses the 10 HP. Guess what? That's going to buy them another 2 seconds of time. And because of that, Evil just doesn't have the resources to fight this. But for now, First Blood comes in, connects on one. Nebor gets chain stun, but can he focus him down? NetherRealm finally committed, and he is going to get out safely. As RGPH still looking to continue to fight. Primal Wrath form still alive, but just expired. And Evil not committing.
Yep, Light just standing outside of LOS, making sure that he still has the option of getting his passive off in time. Jace is now finally getting the Golden Staff. That's going to help him out, but they're still significantly behind compared to the rest of RSGPH, or essentially setting up a checkmate angle once more with 35 seconds left on the clock before the big bad spawns.
Ooh. I'm curious to see how much damage does Light do to the table. Like, his level 15, I'm pretty sure it's like a full damage roll build, right? Like, who does he focus his jump on? Angelo? Sayla? No,
Literally
I
anybody.
don't think
Jace's will get one shot at this point. Does Jace's actually have the Winter Shrine? Sorry, the Winds of Nature? Nope, nobody has a Winds of Nature here. Even Carrot is still pretty susceptible. Dominance Ice, Twist, Sayla. Yeah, Sayla, probably Jace's or Sayla, one or the other.
We do see a jump here. Nebor trying to start things off. Scared orange buff. Evil. This time, I don't think they're going to lose it. Oh no, actually he got it. Powerful. Nicely done. Now here he comes. He commits to the fight. They do pause on the Curse Blood. NetherRealm immediately used as well. Finally, Jong gonna be going for the Black Dragon to focus down Kusei. Meanwhile, the rest of RGPH is gonna be splitting the fight front and back now. Left alone here, Jace is gonna be mowed down by Demon Kite, while Light is just stealing the crystal, taking down the buildings while everything was being committed down. Light was nowhere to be found because what? He is right at the base, right at the crystal. What a catch.
Good